Henry Timmons coming to you from Keller Williams Realty Solutions here in Port Credit. I've been doing a little bit of research lately. I'm doing a course to become a global property specialist, which will give me the tools so that I will be able to market my listings. For instance, I'll be able to market my listings through the whole world, for that matter, or through much of the United States, and actually through the whole world as well. And the other thing that I'll be able to do is I will be able to represent people in other countries and showcase their properties that are for sale and showcase their properties here in North America. And I talk about North America, not just Canada. So that's what I'm working on. But in doing this research and doing the work, I tripped across a website having to do with the U.S. economic indicators. And let me just click on that just for a second here. So what I'm looking at are the interest rates, the American banking interest rates. The Fed funds rate is what we're talking about. The Fed's funds rate for all of last year was at 0.4%, or maybe 0.5 in the last quarter, 0.5 of the last quarter. Now, the indicators are the forecast, the projection for the Fed funds rate is going to change. At least this is the forecast. The forecast is for the rate to go up in the first quarter of 2017 to 0.7%, second quarter to 0.9%, the third quarter to 1.1%, and the fourth quarter to 1.2%. And then we look off into 2018, and they're forecasting 1.6% at the middle of 2018. So this is a very, very clear indicator here. Now, there are many people understand what interest rates have to do with the value of real estate, and that is that if interest rates go up, then mortgage rates go up. If mortgage rates go up, then the cost of paying off a mortgage goes higher. And if the cost of the mortgage goes higher, then people who had a set budget can only afford a home at a certain price. So now, if the interest rates go up by a full percentage point, then their budget goes to something less than what it was before, 6 months or a year before. So people that are getting into the market 1 year from now are not going to be as ambitious as they are right now. They'll have the same amount of money for a down payment, but the cost of getting the financing for the home is going to be substantially higher. So it's something to think about. Somebody brought to my attention the possibility that, let's say if you were given a crystal ball and you could see in the future, and you could see that in the future you could lose $250,000. Would you do something about it? Well, of course, you'd want to do something about it. So I'm not prognosticating that prices are going to drop, but I do know that there will be a correction in the market at some point. And whether it happens this month, next month, or next year, that's debatable. Now, you think, oh, well, now is not the time to get the top of the market. And I've said this before, nobody's going to get the top of the market. It'll dip down a little bit, and then there will be those people that say, well, I'll wait for it to go a little bit higher. It's just a little bit of a blip. It's going to go back a little bit higher, and then it doesn't go a little bit higher. It goes a little bit lower. And they wait, and they say, no, this isn't for real. And then another quarter goes by, and interest rates are up, prices are dropping, and they realized that they missed the train. They missed the train. Notice there are some people that are sitting on homes right now that are modest homes, nice lots, modest homes, and they're thinking of maybe I should sell. And I could move into a condo, they think, or maybe move a little bit further out. There are a lot of baby boomers that are retiring right now. It's a lot of them are retiring, and they're thinking, well, maybe you could buy a place in Niagara on the Lake. Wouldn't that be nice? That's a nice area. You're close to the American border. Do you realize that if you want to do traveling, that is such a great place? You take a little, yeah, you take a shuttle across to the Buffalo airport. The flights are cheaper, and it's really easy to get through customs. Once you've gone through the customs at the border crossing right between Canada and the United States, then when you get to the airport, you don't have to go through the huge regalia that you do, let's say, if you go to the Toronto airport. I don't know if you know that. It's just an interesting thing. Niagara's sort of a nice thing to think about. I'm just, spitballing here. But the point is that if you're sitting on a house that you're really not all that enthusiastic about and you're waiting to dump it at the peak of the market, you're not going to get the peak. So give me a call. Give me a call at 905-334-0999 or drop me an email at henrytimmons@live.ca. And let's look at this carefully. No rush, but let's look at this carefully. And I've got some tools to make sure that it gets done right. I'll talk to you later.